Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be doing a fairy tale reaction review. I'm trying to keep it down because there are people sleeping, of course, although I'm in my room. So without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully you will hear me over the air conditioner. So from the top of page 1, it starts off with Natsu, and let's turn the page here. Probably find a whole lot of more fan art over here. So to page 3. Let's see. Oh, more fan art. Okay, so let's go down to page 4. Yeah, more fan art. They're not that bad looking at all. You know, the fan art is pretty good as usual. So, the Iron Dragon versus the Reaper, dead or alive, which of them will perish? So, the fourth guest. So you remember the last chapter, Gagio actually faced off with the Reaper, and he seems to have bad history with the Reaper, so therefore not liking him overall. So let's continue at top of page 6. So what thou hast just touched is death itself, a death which thou canst not possibly oppose. Okay, this guy has kind of a Shakespearean type of way of talking, which you can tell judging by the patterns in which he talks and the way he uses vocabulary words, which is pretty weird. That so well then looks like we're both in luck. Because I've been looking for a good plot of land to call my final resting spot. Juliet Hayne, you two shall proceed to the front lines as well. Why do we have to go? So Juliet and Hayne will have to assist in the front lines, and she's going to make it clear on page 8 why we have to go to the front line. So let's get started. That's on page 8. They've got Birdman and Enrikai, don't they? Sending us would be overkill. Show some respect, will you? We may not be under the direct supervision of Lord Birdman and Lord Rankit, but they are superior. You imbecile. The third guest will make their appearance before long. The third guest, indeed. The Pegasi and the Tigers, they were the first guests, the seconds were the fairies, and the third guest, who are about to make an appearance, may prove to be a tad troublesome. We have got a visual on it. So apparently there's a certain amount of guests that will make an appearance in this battle, and you have the Pegasi and the Tigers, and she said there's a third guest that will make an appearance, and it could be kind of troublesome. The moving temple Olympia has now arrived. It is about time we put the power of our Oracion seas on full display, although now we are known as crime for swords. Yes, indeed. I had heard this was a snowy mountain. If you knew that, then why did you come in that simply get up? Who gives a shit? I just let me out of this thing already. So basically you have the Olympia, which is basically the group she was talking about, that can be a tad troublesome, because you can already tell by their attitude, they're more like I want to do whatever I want type of group, not what I'm told to do, basically. So what's the matter, Yukion? It's nothing. Please do not concern yourself over me. And the most troublesome of them all will be the fourth guest, I wager. Someone else is coming too? Give me a break. This party is neither friend nor foe. I suppose I'll have no choice but to take care of them personally. I know not the identity of this fourth guest, but calling them foolish would be an understatement. To think they were there to make an enemy of Lady Eileen, the 8th enchanter. So Lady Eileen, of course, mentions and adds the fact that no wait, there's another guest coming, so stick around. And her two assistants pretty much are like, okay, really, this is not either friend or foe. It's just kind of like mixed feelings as to like who these people are and how to get along, basically. So Lady Eileen is gonna have to deal with them one way or another, no matter how she puts it. And then you have Natsu here. So being a huge is really a blast. Being huge rules. Turn him back already. Okay, so apparently it seems as though they're fooling around in the midst of the battle, but that's not so for you. That's the harm you wanted to be made bigger so badly I figured I'd indulge it. That's hilarious. make Lucy's boobs big and then small. Would you kindly not play with people's bodies at your leisure, please? I wonder why it is. For some reason, I just feel the strongest urge to mess with you. I know, right? Give it a rest. We didn't come here to play. What is this? This magic power? There's no mistaking it. You've got to be kidding me. I knew he was strong, but to this extent. August, the king of all magic. I'm getting fired up. Natsu, don't forget why we came up here negotiations. This guy is bad news to the max. So they ran into August, but they had no reason. They had no idea he was this strong originally, and the reason why they can tell he's very strong is because he senses energy, and it seems to be pretty vicious at Dex. And he caught everybody's attention real quick, and Natsu says, "Okay, now I'm fired up," and she makes him remember, okay. And Brandis makes him remember, okay, don't forget why we're here to negotiate, not to fight, because this guy's way out of their league at this point. So let's see how far negotiations take them as thus far. Before the arrival of our fourth guest, I'll have to be sure to make throughout preparations. His Majesty Little War Games will have to be put to an end here as well. Not that it matters, really. Even if we had continued to battle normally, our side would have still emerged victorious, although it may be more accurate to say that the game board has been broken, I suppose due to someone who was above the rules making an appearance. So she's fully aware of somebody who's above her making an appearance. So Agnolia was that creature. He popped up and he made an appearance, and mind you, he pretty much took down an enemy single-handedly without even trying. So the black wing ones. So she makes it, so Eileen pretty much mentions, okay, so this guy made an appearance in the battle, so he changed the rules of the game, thus far making it harder for me to take control of what's going on. So upon this land in which the white angel reigns supreme, a black dragon now descends. It's as if the malice of the black angel has been made manifest, but the one who will be laughing when all is said and done is I, the Scarlet Angel. So there's light angel, there's a dark angel, but she says, I'm the last one. Aileen, the Scarlet Angel, I should be the last one laughing, because she is apparently strong enough, and she believes that so much that she thinks that she basically believes her own hype so much that she thinks she'll be able to win no matter what the cost. Although we already know the manga may state otherwise, being that the main characters is Natsu. So let's continue here. Let's see page 16. As I recall, society had taken to referring to me as the Scarlet Despair, hadn't they? Couldn't they have thought of something a tad cooler? Dost thou have no concern for thine own life? These magic barrier particles emitted by my body, any and all mages who inhale them shall invariably fall to their demise. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but my lungs are made of metal. So Gadget says that my lungs are made of metal, so you could like spew all that death, seeping energy all you want. At the end of the day, I should still be able to avoid it. So thy art, and that is fine by me. I shall take this rare opportunity to fight to mine heart's content. Iron's dragon lance. It's unfortunate for thou, but my body is made entirely of magic barrier particles. So he's fighting the Reaper himself, and he makes it known that, okay, my body is made of magical particles, you can't technically hit me. So this guy seems to be very bad news overall. And consequently, I am the Reaper, the guide to the underworld. So he lets Gajo know that he's basically the guide to the underworld, and he falls into this pit of skeletons, which is very creepy in a sense. Let thine shall be consumed by corpses, damn pile of bones. Solid script shine. This is holy attribute magic. I am not going anywhere. You idiot, you've got to get far away from here. Looking for a good plot of land, how could you say something like that? No, that was, I was just trying to come up with a good comeback. I wasn't being serious. There's no need to get all pissed. I don't want you to die. I want you to keep on living, Gaiju. Standing before me is equivalent to embracing thine death, and thus thine fates are now sealed. Thine wish shan't be granted, shall not allow thou to keep the life which thou seek. I swear it on the name of the Reaper. So the way this guy talks is basically Shakespearean kind of like, but also kind of godly like, because after all, he is the Reaper himself, and he makes it known that my body is made out of energy particles. You cannot hit me. So he teleports him into the underworld with a whole bunch of skeletons and basically his minions, and they attack him. And one of the fairy tale members uses a divine light technique to protect themselves from the threat of the skeletons or the sack of bones, that is his minions, from actually eating them alive or consuming them, basically. Worse than fear are the scarlet angel and her icy smile. Is something amiss, your majesty? The quality of the magic following through the land has changed, exceeds even Sarah's expectations. Aileen, just what are you planning on doing? So we find out that Aileen did something that exceeds Sarah's expectations, and even Zareth at this point is kind of shocked, like, okay, what is she planning on doing? And she's planning to be the sole person to control this entire battle. She wants to be the head of everything. So on and all, she wants to be the ruler. So that's pretty much it for this chapter, and next time a 25-page chapter with a special color page to be continued in chapter 487, the third seal, next Monday. Thank you very much for joining me for this reaction review, and have a great day.